Hey, how's it going? Have you ever thought about selling your house and buying another one? Well, in this video, we're gonna go over all the options that you have when you're actually looking at buying a new house, but you have to sell yours first. So, my name's Charles, I'm with EXP Realty, I'm a team leader here, and if you like this video, go ahead and give me a thumbs up if you learned something pretty cool. But ultimately, the answer is yes, you can definitely sell your house and buy another one. It's called a contingency on the other side. And what I mean by that is, when you're purchasing your new house, you're telling the seller, hey, I wanna buy your house, but it's contingent on me selling mine. Now, contingency can be very scary to some sellers, so there's a little bit involved with it, but there's a few options that you have. The first one is to take the contingency away. Ultimately, to do that there's certain things that you can do. You can just literally pull out money of your own property if you have equity, and you can actually take that cash and use it as a down payment. Some of the risk with doing that involve you have a chance of having maybe two mortgages at one time. Also, your debt to income ratios and things like that have to line up almost perfectly. Another option that you have is doing the standard purchase with the contingency, and that's saying, hey, I'm going to put my house on the market, I'm going to sell it, and I'm going to buy this one at the same time. Now, there's some luck involved with that one and some coordination, but ultimately what happens is when you get under contract, it's typically the best time to put in the offer on the next house. You can do it before. Your house doesn't even have to be on the market. I just don't typically see sellers taking their property off the market when yours isn't even up for sale yet. Now, when you do this, there's a few other options that you have. I know this is a lot of information, but there's some other options that you have. One option that you have is actually doing a post-possession on your property. That will give you more of a buffer time to receive your funds, close, coordinate, and then purchase and move into your new home. Now, I see anywhere from 3 days to a couple months, but usually I don't see past 30 days. That's kind of the norm, but every once in a while I'll see a month or two for somebody special. They need maybe more time if they're elderly, as usually what I see. But ultimately what it comes down to is that kind of eases your transition into the new property, but that seller on the other side, if they're in a rush, they may not like that deal. And then of course it's the old tried and true same day close, and this is probably the tightest thing to do in real estate when it comes to time frames. You need to have a lot of bit of luck, but I've done it many times as well, and surprisingly I haven't had any of them not go through within that same day because we prep so much for it. So what happens is it's very similar. Your house is under contract, your buyer's buying, and you're purchasing this new home, and ultimately what happens that same day of closing, it helps if you have the same title company, by the way. That's probably why we've been so lucky. But ultimately what happens is the lender sends all the funds and the proceeds from the sale of your house to the title company, right? The title company, they close and coordinate and they finalize your sale at the same time, well, technically right after, like moments later. They take your proceeds, your profit, right? And they'll keep some for you, send it to wherever you want to send it to, but they'll also send that amount to the next seller who is actually holding the keys to your house, and then they'll transfer the funds to them and they'll finalize that sale too. It's a same day close, or a simultaneous close is what we call it in the business. And ultimately when that happens, all you have to do is take your stuff out of your house and put it to the next house. If you have movers, U-Haul, whatever you like, you just literally pack up and then you meet me at the other side with the keys. That's the old tried and true same day close. I'm a little older, try not to do that as much anymore. It can be a little stressful. Everybody's biting their nails and all that stuff. I've had, knock on wood, nothing but great success with it. But it takes a lot of prep. It takes a lot of prep. But the answer is yes, you can definitely sell your house and buy another one. I hope this video helps, and I will catch you on the next one.